Henceforth, we will discuss what makes a planet strong or weak in a birth chart. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to state that a sign is neither weak nor strong, it is only an environment. Another thing I'd want you to remember is that please do not confuse a zodiac sign with its lord. For example, although Moon is the lord of Cancer, we should never confuse Moon with Cancer, the two are different. People generally consider the nature of Cancer the same as that of the Moon. Cancer consists of 3 nakshatras and 9 padas, and each of them is different in nature. The other planets and their signs should be construed similarly. While reading a horoscope, we consider the strength or weaknesses of the planets and their synergy with the houses and signs. We must also note which house and sign a planet is looking at. But we will come to this later. First and foremost, the most important thing we should look at in a birth chart is the element of the planet and the element of the sign that the planet is occupying. For example, the element of the sun is fire. Sun is, therefore, strong if placed in the signs whose element is fire, like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, where it behaves in a very natural and powerful way characterized by passion, creativity, and energy. When the sun occupies a sign whose element is fire, it can express its fiery nature fully and impact that particular aspect of the house beneficially and give positive results. However, if the sun is in a sign of earth element, such as Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, its fiery nature is somewhat subdued, and it does not express its qualities fully. The element of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is air, and when the sun occupies an airy sign, it makes a person more focused on mental activities, communication, and socializing. They may enjoy learning new things, exchanging ideas, and engaging in debates and discussions. However, the fiery nature of the sun is subdued as air is not conducive to the expression of fire. Sun is considered weak in signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, whose element is water. The watery signs are characterized by emotional sensitivity, intuition, and imagination, and water is not conducive to the expression of fire. Mars, another fiery planet, is strong, and feels at home, and can express its energy and assertiveness in the signs whose element is fire. It leads to a strong will, a competitive spirit, and a desire for adventure and excitement. However, it can also lead to impatience, impulsiveness, and a tendency towards anger and aggression. In earthy signs, Mars feels restrained and challenged, as these signs are more focused on stability and practicality. Mars in earthy signs can lead to a strong work ethic, a desire for material success, and a focus on building and maintaining structures. However, it can also lead to stubbornness, rigidity, and a tendency towards materialism and possessiveness. In airy signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Mars is scattered and restless, as these signs are more focused on ideas and communication. Mars in airy signs can lead to a sharp mind, a desire for intellectual stimulation, and a focus on networking and social connections. However, it can also lead to indecisiveness, superficiality, and a tendency towards argumentation and conflict. In watery signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Mars is uncomfortable, as these signs are more focused on emotions and intuition. It leads to a strong emotional drive, a desire for intimacy and connection, and a focus on creative expression and spirituality. However, it can also lead to moodiness, hypersensitivity, and a tendency towards passive aggressiveness and manipulation. The second thing we consider while determining the strength or weakness is whether the house in which the planet falls is Sattvic, Rajasic, or Tamasic. It also depends upon whether the planet too is Sattvic, Rajasic, or Tamasic. The Sun is considered a Sattvic or pure planet in Vedic astrology, and it represents the divine spark within us, our soul, and our individuality. When placed in the first, fourth, fifth, and ninth houses, which are Sattvic houses, the Sun becomes positive and uplifting. In the first house, the Sun creates a strong sense of identity and individuality and supports health and vitality. In the fourth house, the Sun can bring happiness, harmony, and stability to the home and family life. In the fifth house, the Sun can support creativity, self-expression, and confidence in one's abilities. In the ninth house, the Sun can support spiritual and philosophical pursuits. The 2nd, 7th, 10th, and 11th are Rajasic houses. The Sun, as a Sattvic planet, still influences these houses positively, but in a more dynamic and action-oriented manner, as these houses are associated with material wealth, career, and achievement. In the second house, the Sun can bring a sense of self-worth and confidence in one's abilities, financial stability, and material wealth. In the seventh house, the Sun supports relationships and success in business and negotiation skills. In the 10th house, it influences career ambition and supports leadership and authority. It can also bring recognition and fame in one's profession. In the 11th house, the Sun supports social networks and success in financial matters and goals. Now let's consider the third case. A Sattvic planet in a Tamasic house. The 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 12th are the Tamasic houses. Sun does not behave as strongly in the Tamasic houses as these houses are associated with more challenging energies. The Tamasic energy engulfs the brightness and the planet becomes aggressive in a negative way. In the third house, it creates ego and desire for personal recognition, leading to conflicts with siblings or difficulties in communication. In the sixth house, the Sun makes a person overly critical or judgmental of oneself and others. In the eighth house, the Sun creates possessiveness and makes it hard to let go. In the 12th house, it creates mental health issues and difficulty finding one's true purpose in life. Likewise, Moon is another Sattvic planet and resonates well in Sattvic houses, expressing its nurturing, empathetic energy. In Rajasic houses, it leads to a strong desire for security, comfort, validation from others, emotional attachment, moodiness, and a tendency towards manipulation and control. In Tamasic houses, Moon is at its weakest and feels uncomfortable and challenged, leading to emotional instability, anxiety, and a tendency towards self-destructive behavior. More in the next episode. Keep watching. Thanks.